Okay, we're going to talk about how not to assume because assuming tends to get us into a lot of trouble. One thing, I made a few notes, is in posting. When we're posting on Facebook as one form of marketing, we should never assume just because we're posting on Facebook regularly that we're building a business. Some people who start this kind of business, network marketing, have advantages over other people, such as this. Some people who start network marketing already have a network of people. They already have a lot of friends on Facebook. Maybe they stay at home and they're on Facebook all the time. So they have a lot of Facebook experience, friends, networking. They understand it. They know how to use it. And so when they start a business like this, it comes easy for them. And those kind of people may get better results immediately from posting on Facebook, where some people may not have that network. They may have never done anything like network marketing. They may not have a lot of friends on Facebook. They may be in a large town where, they just moved there. They don't really know anybody, and, their whole network is somewhere else. And so they're learning how to work Facebook. So never assume just because Facebook posting worked for someone else right away that it's going to work for you right away. It takes a lot of patience. I honestly, I don't think it's a bad idea to take a class on social media. Take a class. Please don't message me and ask me what to take, because I haven't taken any, but I know they're out there because I've heard people say they're taking a Facebook class or a social media class. So research and find one. Wouldn't hurt you to invest in yourself in that way. And I'm certainly not saying Facebook is the only way to build your Plexus business, because if you know me, you know I do not agree with that. That is one way to build a business. Another way has been doing events, doing in-home presentations with 3 or 4 people, going out and about every day to your job, talking to people, opening your mouth. If you pay all your bills online for convenience, but you're never out of the house and you don't have a network of people, you need to go pay all those bills in person. Seriously, it's a great way to network. So Facebook is not the only way. Hear me on that. But I'm just saying, do not assume that by posting on Facebook, you're going to build a business right away, okay? Obviously, what you post has a lot to do with it as well. I do know this. You don't want to post things like, hey, check out my website, www.nashvilleslim.com. That's real emotional. That's real exciting, right? No, it's not. Most people are going to look over that. That does not stand out. That is nothing out of the ordinary. I think you need to post from your heart. You need to post with passion, with excitement, with conviction. You need to post your own story, what your product has done for you, and then start sharing some of your friends' stories. But don't just be too generic in your posting. So don't assume in posting that you're going to build a business right away. The next thing is, don't assume because a lot of people think that Facebook is a form of communication. I don't necessarily agree with that. I have seen many people tag me in things all the time, and they assume I'm going to see that tag where they've tagged my name in it. But people put me in hundreds and hundreds of groups, so I have to turn off all the notifications to those groups because I have to eat and sleep, and have a life. So I turn off those notifications. So if people tag me in something like that, I don't necessarily see it. Sometimes people tag me in things, and I just don't necessarily get all of that. I barely have time to, respond to all the messages, so private messages. So what makes you assume I'm going to see something you've tagged me in? So please don't use Facebook, and especially tagging, as a form of communication. And then when the person you've tagged, they don't respond to you, you get all mad because you think they're ignoring you. Please do not do that. That's a form of immaturity. Let me say something while I'm on Facebook about groups. Yes, there's a lot of good groups out there on Facebook, but there's also a lot of groups that they talk about, they're called whatever, building team, build your team, or build your business. And you go there and you look at them and it says, we will not stand for any negativity, but then all the posts and comments are negative. If you find that your business is not growing and it's suffering, and you're a part of all those groups, and all you do all day long is post in those groups and chime in on all that, and you wonder why your business is not growing, you also wonder why you have maybe a not so great attitude, it's because you're spending all your time in the wrong places. So had to throw that in there. Don't assume when you call someone and leave a message if they don't respond to you. Don't always assume they got your message. I know that my voicemail has messed up at some times before. I've had to call my cell phone company and fix it. Don't assume because someone texts you and you don't they don't respond that maybe they didn't get your text. I know a few weeks ago I wasn't getting any text on my phone. They were all going to my iPad, and it was just a setting. So, consider those things. Also, if you call someone and you need to talk with them and you don't leave them a message, don't assume that when they see your number, they're supposed to call you back. I hate it when someone is like, well, I've been calling you, but you haven't called me back. But they haven't left a message. They've just called and hung up. Well, I assume, if it's important, they'll call back. I was in a meeting or I was on a conference call. So, just always give people the benefit of the doubt at least once or twice. Also, you never know what's going on in people's lives. I have before assumed, I've sent someone a message, they didn't respond a couple of times, and I thought, maybe they're ignoring me. Well, then when they do respond, they're like, oh, we've had a funeral, we've been out of pocket, I'm so sorry, I'm behind. So please, 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 professionally give people a second or third chance. A lot of times I get so many messages, and I may be traveling and I'm driving, and I look down at a message and I can't respond to it, but it shows you that I've read it. Well, maybe I've seen it, but I'm not able to respond because I'm driving or traveling. And then sometimes when I get home, I forget to go back and look at those messages. And then so at the end of a week or 2 weeks, I try to go back through and respond to people that I may have missed. So it's nice to get that reminder, hey, I messaged you a week ago, not sure if you got it, I know you're busy. And sometimes I respond back and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for reminding me, I apologize. So just if I can give you any advice on being very professional, don't assume on that for sure. Give people the benefit of the doubt. All right. Also, don't assume, and let me say on this part, I have people who do the same exact activity. This person goes out, I say, go out, sell 3 trials today, get back with me when you've done it. I tell this person the same thing. They both get back to me. This person is in tears because 3 people just totally told them no. They weren't interested. This person got 3 customers. Okay, what's the difference? I don't need to assume they're both doing effective, productive activity. I need to assume, hey, you need to tell me what you're saying to the people you're talking to, because I need to hear what both people are saying, because this person is probably being very effective in what they're saying. This person is probably not, and you can work with them. So don't start assuming what's wrong with that person. I don't know why it's not working for you. Don't ever assume. Have them tell you what they're saying so you can work with them. So just never assume people are doing effective activity. They may be doing the wrong activity or saying the wrong things, and they just need some help. One of the best ways is to check yourself. record yourself, role play with your spouse, with a friend, with your kids, and see if it sounds effective. That's the best way to find out if you're effective. So those are just a few things I would say don't assume on. Don't assume that you're going to have the same journey as someone else. It may take someone 6 months to go to the top in the business, and it may take you a year. It may take you 2 years. You know what? If it had taken me 5 years to make the income I'm making right now, it would still be an income that no one would believe in 5 years I could make. So would I have stuck it out? Yeah, it's been 19 months. But would I have stuck it out 5 years? Absolutely. Absolutely I would have. Because you've got to draw a line in the sand. There's one of them, oh gosh, I can't think of his name, but Sarah just posted, and I just listened to his phone call. Oh, I hate when I can't think of names, but it's someone right now who, he's in network marketing. I listened to the phone call, and he talked about you've got to draw a line in the sand. I made a decision when I started this business 19 months ago. If this works for me, if this product works for me, I'm in all the way. I'm a lifer. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm going all the way. I wasn't in it for that purpose. The purpose was to help people, to help my health, to help myself, to help my family get out of debt. But along the way, it's been blessings and blessings. Helping so many people has in turn just blessed my family 20 times more than I ever would have dreamed. So yes, I would have stuck it out even longer than 5 years. So why do people, quit after 6 months or a year when things don't go so well? It's because they never drew a line in the sand and said, I am in it to win it, no matter what. Because if it's about you and your heart and soul, it won't matter all the bumps in the road. They won't matter. Because you'll go over, around, under them, above them. You'll stick it out till you have accomplished. So hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a great day, and just never give up on your dreams, because that's the easy way out, and that doesn't really pay the bills. Have a great day.